10 seconds out. Stand by for a swish and A.
Or to purchase tickets. See you on the 1st.
Join me each morning for Ag Day.
Weekdays on KOAM TV.
Control roll A.
A second suspect is sentenced for the murder of a Joplin man. Plus, what you need to know ahead of the Missouri primaries.
Stand by camera 2, open up Dow's mic and zoom.
Could prevent you from getting the norovirus.
Start your zoom. Mic, cue. Stand by camera 1.
Thunderstorms roll across the area. Could any of them become severe?
CG is in.
This is KOAM News at 5.
One's up, CG is clear. Open up his mic, stand by Max Storm.
Latest on the weather, Doug.
Yeah, we've had scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the afternoon hours.
We're going to wipe straight to a VOMB after this.
Portions of the area. Nothing very strong, nothing severe. We're not going to see anything severe from these thunderstorms.
We'll eventually be out on camera 3 to desk.
Heavier amounts of rain. You can see the batch of showers and thunderstorms that is producing some heavy amounts of rain, especially southwestern Missouri, northwest Arkansas. The brighter yellows and oranges, even a little bit of light red, which is showing us those heavy rains across parts of southwestern Missouri. All this is rolling out. It's only going to be around for the next couple hours, and then we'll start to dry out for the rest of the night.
10 seconds. Stand by Q Dow over VOMB.
Temperature's still looking pretty good. Most of us are sitting right around 60 degrees. And we'll drop back into the mid-50s a little bit later on tonight. We'll look at more rain moving in here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then.
Take.
The accidental activation of storm sirens in Pittsburgh last night startled some.
We're going to wipe straight to a bite nay.
City officials apologize for the error. They say in preparation for the inclement weather season, city staff have been testing and training emergency personnel and equipment, but a human error activated the system.
Take.
They had a
Spites, 16 seconds. Tornado sirens. CG is clear. We have a VO tag out of camera 3 to the desk.
On a call, the siren
stand by to Q Dow over VO tag.
They didn't notice that, and when they went to page the fire department, it inadvertently activated the tornado siren.
Q him. Stand by 3.
The city does test its storm sirens every Wednesday.
He's up on 3.
A judge
stand by
sentences
VOMB.
a second suspect in the murder of an elderly Joplin man.
Take.
That murder happened at a Joplin apartment in September of 2014.
CG is clear. We're going to wipe straight to a full screen.
Went inside looking for prescription
screens.
drugs, then beat and strangled to death the resident, 71-year-old David McKibben.
What's up?
One suspect,
stand by to transfer.
Smith, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in that case. Now a Jasper County judge has sentenced Smith to 18 years in prison. The other suspect,
stand by
Anthony
VONA.
Carter, had already pleaded guilty to the same charge and was sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Relay, take.
It's getting easier to pass the GED test. Students at Pittsburgh Adult Education Center are now taking
straight to a bite and B.
Classes are shooting for a slightly lower score. Passing grade for high school equivalency is moving from 150 to 145. Those who tested at 145 or above in the past 2 years will be retroactively passed. The GED introduced a tougher test in 2014.
Stand by B.
And after evaluating test takers' performance, GED decided to recalibrate scoring and add new levels.
Roll B. Take.
The GED
Spites 21 seconds. Score levels. VO tag out to camera 3 in the boxes. CG is clear. You should have your boxes now.
Tried to bring that more in line.
Stand by to Q Dow over VO tag.
Just as high school graduates pass with various grade point averages, GED graduates can pass at various score levels.
Q him.
In fact, those with higher than passing scores on the GED can even qualify for college credit.
Stand by 3.
More on that as we talk to some local GED students tonight at 6.
He's up in standby boxes.
1 week from today, voters in Missouri will head to the polls for the presidential primary.
They're up.
KOAM's Diane Gerstenfeld joins us with what
go ahead and open her mic. Q her.
5 states in the Republican
stand by,
caucus of the
full.
Northern Mariana Islands will weigh in on March 15th, including voters in Missouri's open primary.
She's up.
Voters have
stand
the
by
choice
transfer
between
0.
Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, and constitutional ballots when they head to the polls.
Stand by VONA.
On the Republican side, there are 52 delegates up for grabs. One thing that's new this year is that Missouri is now a modified winner-take-all state.
We're going to wipe straight to a bite and B.
If a Republican candidate earns more than 50% of the vote, then that candidate will take home all 52 delegates. If none of the 4 candidates do, then the top vote getters get in each congressional district 5 delegates, and the overall winner statewide gets 12 delegates.
Take.
For instance, you
17 seconds of the delegates. We're going to tag this in the news and go back to the boxes. CG is clear. There's your boxes. Stand by
but
newsroom for
one,
tag.
Was the top vote getter in each of the 8 congressional districts. They could walk away potentially with all of the delegates.
Here in the newsroom.
Also new this year, there are 12 names listed on the Republican ballot, plus a space
Stand by
for
boxes.
uncommitted voters, even though there are only 4 viable candidates in the primary race.
Right.
If you vote for one of those
Go ahead and open up
candidates
Dale's
who
mic.
dropped out before March 15th, such as Dr. Ben Carson or Senator Rand Paul, your vote will not be counted.
All right, Diana, that's on the Republican side. For those planning to vote for either Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders next Tuesday, how does that work?
Well, tallying up the votes on the Democratic side
Nice.
is a lot easier. There are
Stand by,
84
VOA.
delegates up for grabs, including 13 super
Relay.
delegates
Take.
at the party caucus next month.
I
71
have no
of those
CG for this.
delegates
We're gonna
are
wipe
pledged
straight to a
proportionally,
bite
and the
in
remaining
B.
13 super delegates are chosen by elected present and past public and party officials. For instance, people like Missouri Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill. 7th Congressional District Chair Christy Stark
I don't know
says
yet.
she feels the Missouri
Stand
Democratic
by B.
process is a more fair process than the one used by
Roll B.
Republicans.
Take.
First of all, our Missouri
This
process
bite is
not winner
18.
take all. It's a
Take all
portionment
states.
of the
CG is
vote,
clear. Stand by
and
newsroom for tag.
It's based on simple arithmetic. And so I
Shove
feel
your
like
boxes
that's
back
more
up.
democratic because you are assigning the delegates based on the popular vote rather than having a winner take all state.
Here in the newsroom.
Southwest Missouri's 7th
Stand by
Congressional
boxes.
District is looking to recruit more delegates to head to the state and congressional conventions this year.
We're up.
Coming up at 6, I'll have details on
Stand
how
by,
you can get
Nexio.
involved if you're interested in becoming one of those delegates.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Diane Gerstenfeld in the newsroom. Thanks.
Roll it.
Diane.
Take it.
In Nation Watch, a number of states are holding primaries
Stand by
today.
V and B.
Michigan is the big prize.
Excuse
with
me, A, roll A.
130
Take.
delegates in the Democratic race and
Roll A.
59 in
Thank
the
you.
Republican race. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are leading the polls in that state ahead of today's vote.
Stand by V and B.
Both parties also vote in Mississippi. Republicans vote in Idaho and
Roll
Hawaii
B.
as well.
Take.
Missouri state troopers are searching for a Kansas City murder suspect in Montgomery County, Missouri.
We're gonna go to a Nexio open
Authorities
after
say
this.
Pablo Serrano is suspected of killing 4 people in Kansas and 1 in Missouri since last night. 2 helicopters and dozens of officers are part of the
Stand by
search.
Nex.
Authorities say Serrano is considered dangerous and might be armed with an
Roll
assault
it.
rifle.
Take it.
In World Watch, a wave of
Stand by,
attacks
VOA.
across Israel has left a U.S. tourist dead and several other
Roll A.
victims injured.
Take it. Fade Nex.
Police say the American was killed
Nice
when a
fade.
Palestinian man stabbed 7
We're gonna be out on
people
camera, too, with
in the
music and
city
pull
of
for the
Jaffa.
bump.
The attack was just one in multiple Palestinian stabbing and shooting attacks that came as Vice President Joe Biden arrived
Stand
in
by 2.
Israel on a 2-day visit as part of a regional tour
Start
of
your
the
pull.
Mideast.
Music. He's up. Stand by
That
V
is
and
a
B.
look at our top stories. Quick check of the weather within the first 7 minutes of KOA
Roll B.
News at 5.
Take. Stand
A
by
little
V and
later,
A.
the Spuds and More fundraiser in
Roll A.
Carthage.
Take.
First,
Stand by to fade this out.
exactly
Stand by to roll the VR.
glamorous, But researchers create unique devices to study the spread of rotavirus. That's up next. No.
Roll the VR. Kill his mic. Fade. Good A block.